Well, guys. Today the market got me good. WIMI. Pre-market, I was doing everything right on this one, and I was up quite a bit. And then market open, and I was just doing one mistake after another. I was buying breakouts on a ticker that was not breaking out till now. Now it's breaking out, and then I was getting stuck or snuck. I was just getting all these kind of bad kind of pullbacks, and then I was green again, and then I was red, and I was green again, and then all of a sudden I was really, really red. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to throw in the towel. I did do one more trade after I said I was going to throw in the towel because I was like, well, technically I didn't hit my max stop for the day. And technically I didn't, I'm not down three trades, red trades in a row. So I did one more trade and then I lost like another 2% on that one. I was like, okay, well, you know what? Now I'm definitely going to stop for the day, which kind of sucked because I think if that last trade was green, I probably would have maybe been back green on the day because there was two breakouts that happened afterwards on WIMI, and I think both of them, would have actually worked. So it's always hard to say. It's always so hard to wrap up for the day, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and I don't really regret it. I mean, I think the most important thing about wrapping up is clearly you're doing something wrong today. Clearly you're overly emotional, and I think I was starting to revenge trade. So we're going to go to the charts in a little bit. And you guys are going to see the revenge trading psychology literally happen through the trades. You could honestly, when I was doing the recap today, I was like, oh my God, like I was getting more emotional with every trade. And that, at one point I should have took a big step back, either walked away or been like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to trade for the next 30 minutes. Let's see if we get some 5-minute setups. Let's see if we get some clear breakouts. Let's see if something, starts going a little bit more right. Other than that, I should have not jumped the gun. So I hope you guys find, this red day recap helpful. I hope you guys, are able to see, how you trade, how I trade, and then maybe take something helpful out of it, and maybe, I don't know, improve your own trading. But let's go to the charts for now. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, definitely consider subscribing. We'd love to have you join the community. Let's go to the charts now, and then it's weekend. Hey guys, welcome back. So what a crazy hectic day today. Today I did some of my most scratchy trading ever. It was like Monday, but times 10. So we lost $142 today, which is fine. It's not the biggest red day. I have a rule to stop trading when I either have 3 red trades in a row, I'm down 10% on my max position size, which today my max position size was about $2,000. Or I give back 50% of my profits. And I forgot that last one, and that one would have saved me quite a bit today because pre-market, I was up quite a bit. I was up about $80, and then market opened. I didn't switch over because WIMI, our lead gapper on the day, it went from the upside of the move to the backside of the move, and I was still trading breakouts, and I was getting whooped because of that. I gave back all of my profits from pre-market, and then I came back a little bit. Then I lost. Then I was back in the red. Then I came back again, and then boom, I was really deep in the red with a big loss. With my biggest position size on the day too. I don't know why I was going so aggressive. So that's why in this video I want to talk a little bit more about emotional trading, and we talked a lot about in the live stream, when to kind of stop trading, and even the last rule, giving back 50% of your profits. When do you start that rule? I think that's the hardest part, because I've noticed a lot of times once I go from, let's say we're up $100 and I give back like $80 and I'm at $20, before you know it, I'm red for the day. It almost happens every time. And that's why I have that rule. The problem is, if you're trading pre-market and you do one trade and you're up $50 and then you do another trade and you're down $50, like technically you gave back half your profits, but it would be kind of crazy to stop trading. So it's kind of like finding that balance. And I think it's once you start probably getting over emotional. So I think probably making some sort of like target, like let's say we go over 5% of our max position size. So that would be $100 profit. And then we give back half of that. I don't know, something like that. Or when you're really realizing, you're fumbling, you're doing something really silly. It might be a good, giving back 50% of your daily profits might just be a good time to like take a step back, and like, you know, take a 5-10 minute breather and see if that helps it, because I think you're psychologically getting in the wrong place. Like, it's like when a stock starts going below VWAP, it's now trending to the downside. Giving back half your profits is kind of like that. You are now thinking, I used to be here, now I'm here, let me start revenge trading, let me maybe increase position size. And I think that's what happened to me today. Honestly, WIMI is really the main ticker to really talk about. I'm hiding my trades right now just because there's so many. If you go here to my account info, you can see today I was absolutely berserk. So yeah, yesterday we had 457, now we're at 3013. So we gave back a little bit of profits in this account. I did 19 trades today. That's really a little bit absurd, actually. I gotta say, it was an aggressive trading day. WIMI, it was gapping up pre-market really nicely. Very nicely, from like $4 to $9.25, about 130%, 8 million float. Wait, that's not true. Fake news. 5 million float. Chinese advertising company with some catalyst out that they're developing their own 5G chip. It is what it is. I thought, I was like, okay, this one's looking really good. And if we just scroll over here, pre-market, and I show my trades for a second, don't get a heart attack. It's really messy. I was watching kind of in this area, and I was like, okay, this looks like a pretty hot stock. And at the time, WIMI and PSV were the only two tickers on this gap scanner. So if we just scroll here a little bit forward, as we started holding 6 with big volume coming in, I was like, okay, this is looking interesting. Let me go ahead and kind of get a little closer here. I didn't really want to trade pre-market till 8 o'clock, but all week we've been seeing some hot moves that kind of dry up by 8 o'clock. So I was like, today I'm going to get more aggressive early on pre-market. So we started moving higher here in WIMI. I was like, this looks really good. I bought the pullback here to the former high as we bounced on this one. A clean trade, very clean trade out of the gates. 30 cents a share, no, more than that, almost 36 cents a share on this one. Huge profit. I mean, that's like exactly my profit zone. I couldn't be more happy with this one. Actually, hold on. I was like, something's wrong about this. This one probably started my headache for the day because I only got a partial fill on this one, and I only got 1 share entry on this. That probably started the emotional trading. So I eventually get my fill 150 at $6.09, which is okay because I get this breakout here, and this is like a 30 cents a share move, 37 cents a share move. So I didn't get this first one, but I got the second one, so I was pretty happy with that. So let's kind of go back here and then fast forward a little bit. I buy the quick dip here. I could, and then it doesn't reverse, and then I get out. So I took a 5-cent loss, and then I eventually bought again on the dip. And I was looking for a break of 75. We didn't get that, but I got like a decent trade on this one. I think I bought here at 27. I sold at 42. So again, at this point, I'm up like 80 bucks or so. Like, okay, it's not doing the breakouts anymore that I wanted. Maybe it's at the end of its, morning move, whatever, that's fine. I'm still pretty happy overall. I didn't buy any more here, didn't buy any more. And then I was like, okay, well, it looks like this one's done. So I basically stopped trading it until it popped back above VWAP. And then boom, I entered it right away. This is kind of stressful because here I noticed that I started trading very sloppy. I was getting faked out here, and then I bought again here on the breakout, and then I sold for a small profit. So this was basically neutral here. I took a small loss on the first one, and then I took a small profit on the second one. It was just very sloppy. This move was a pretty decent 6% bounce, and somehow I fumbled it. So here I'm up like 80 bucks, and here I kind of, back at like just fumbling around a little bit, which is getting a little stressful. We break here above this point, and I enter again, 7.5. I buy on the pullback. It rips up a little bit, but I get shaken out. I buy into this breakout at 75, and then it pulls back, and I close the position for a loss. So here you can see I switched up my trading style. I'm clearly mentally getting a little bit FOMO in this area. I'm getting a little bit of revenge trading because I'm like, okay, here was okay. Now I'm starting to miss moves, and then I missed this dip, and it's breaking out. So boom, now I'm having FOMO, and I bought a breakout. And I typically don't buy breakouts. My win-loss ratio is like 50-50 on breakouts. It's not my bread and butter strategy. And now I'm, in with pretty decent size. I'm clearly trading emotions, and I get out of this one right away. And I think I took a small loss here. I don't know. I would have to check Trade Journal once it gets imported. And then I miss this one, and then I buy the breakout again, and then it's just like back and forth and back and forth. And I think at this point, I did one last trade here. I did one last trade when we started breaking up higher again, and I was like, what? I can't believe now it's finally breaking out. So guess what I do? I finally buy I wanted to buy the pullback. I missed that, so I buy the breakout, and then it pulls back again. And then I took a loss on this one again. I'm like, what? Like, calm down, Alex. What are you doing? Like, you're trading like a crazy person, like on Monday again. Which is so stressful because this week after Monday, I did some really clean trading. And then I'm like, I'm better than this. And honestly, this one, I was so upset with myself for trading like a maniac that I was like, okay, you know what? I'm probably not going to trade anymore until the market opens. And then guess what? I missed the move that I wanted all morning. I tried all these breakouts. I walked away positive. I was like up like 60 or 70 bucks at this point because I have a few fumbles in this area. But all of them I wanted to break out, and then I finally miss it. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So whatever, blah, blah, blah. We fast forward a little bit. This thing starts selling off. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. And this is where it gets so hectic. Boom, market opens. We're on the stream. We just recapped WIMI. I wanted the initial dip here into the 7.5s. We didn't get that. And then it looks like we're going to break the EMA. And guess what I do? I'm a crazy person. I jump in it after this pullback happens. And then as we're breaking back higher here, I bought almost at the perfect high. Next ticker flushes down. I sell into this flush. I took a 30, 40, almost 50 cents a share loss on this one. I instantly give back all of my profits. I go from up, I don't know, it was like 70 bucks or so, which is, it's a small amount of money, I know, but it's percentage wise, it was okay. It was a decent, amount. I give back all my profits. Boom, I'm officially negative on the day by like, I don't know, a couple dollars. And I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? I bought a breakout after I said I don't want to be buying breakouts on this stock anymore. We're on the backside of the move. I'm holding it like I just get out quickly. I'm not holding anything. Then it pops back up here at 0.76. I buy, I make back some of my profits. And I think on this one, even though it was only like 6 cents a share, I went back on the green on the day, or like I went back almost green on the day. Yeah, so let's fast forward here. And then this is the point where, we're finding some support here at like 7:30 or so. And then I was like, okay, well, looks like we're breaking back above the EMA. Guess what I do? I buy the break here at 47. At 47! What am I doing? This is a ticker that's pulling back like crazy. And all the tickers yesterday and the day before that also had bad moves into the open. So, what am I doing? It's just absolutely ridiculous. And then I have it get flushed out of this one. I instantly take a, hold on one second here, 737. Actually, this one was a small profit. Wait, hold on, let me think about this. Yeah, this one was a small profit. I just barely made it out alive. Still sloppy trading on my end. Because I should have bought a little bit into the anticipation of the breakout, and that's usually what I like to do, and I could have walked away with like a 4 or 5% profit, which would have been much better. This was a very risky trade. So the only thing I did right on this one was just get out when it was weak. And then we were trending higher here. Again, we had a 9-minute EMA breakout. Looked like we were breaking higher. I bought again at the breakout, and we get flushed down. Instantly I'm down on this one. I'm like, oh, okay. Then here, we start breaking higher again, and it's just back and forth. It's this bloody battle, where I'm up and down, I'm giving back some money, I'm making some money. And then I'm like, okay, bull flag here. You know what? This time, screw it. I'm not buying the breakout. I want to buy this. This is a bull flag, but WIMI has shown that it cannot break up, into the market. And, I'm like totally emotionally trading because right now it's actually trending above VWAP for the the 9-minute EMA. We're pulling back to the 9-minute EMA. So like, what am I doing? I'm not even thinking logically. So I missed this whole run up here. It gets halted. I buy the halt. I wanted to buy the halt on the pullback, but I didn't. And I chased the price as we're moving back up here, almost at the perfect high. And then it pulls back again, and I get chopped out of this one. And then I'm like, no, it looked like it's going to pull back. So now I buy the dip here at 61, and then I get flushed down on this one, and then again take like 30-cent loss. And this is the big loser, basically what you're seeing here, because before this trade, I think I had a little bit of profit. I don't really remember. It was either 20 bucks profit or like 20 bucks negative. So yeah, you can see it was just pure emotional trading. I was not waiting for good cues. I was not waiting for 5-minute setups. I was just jumping on it, closing, jumping on it, closing, jumping on it, closing. Sometimes I made a little bit of money. Sometimes I lost a little bit of money. I should have really been very aware that in this area, I was getting sloppy. And I should have just really wrapped it up probably here. At least, been like, okay, I'm going to sit on the sidelines a bit more because clearly I'm all over the place. Here, I did all right. I can't really complain about this area. I think I did really, really good. This was really an emotional roller coaster, this trade. It was so unwarranted that I, got out so fast. So, I mean, look at the volume here. The volume's tiny. The sell volume's so small. I should have clearly held this one. It's like, what am I doing? So, yeah, it's just, I'm a little disappointed the way I traded so sporadically today. I think maybe I don't know. It's just one of those days that I think as a trader, sometimes you have a really good day, sometimes you have a really bad day. And today was just one of my really bad days. But I still limited the downside by wrapping up trading. Although I got to say, I was a little dirty and I did OGEN after I technically wanted to wrap up trading. I traded this one last ticker. It looked like we were going to have a break to the upside here. Right at 132. I bought the pullback. We were nicely kind of breaking out here with big volume. My pullback entry was a little bit, again, too aggressive. It was kind of like in this $27 area. I was like all of a sudden 2% negative, and I was like, ugh. We did break out higher here, and I was a little bit profitable. Then I held it a little too long, and then all of a sudden I closed for a $26 loss. So it is what it is. I wish I just kind of closed this one for like a $3 profit just so I didn't have a loss, because I think if I did that, I would have maybe kept trading. And there was a few good moves with WIMI afterwards, specifically right here and right here, that I think I would have traded, and these times I would have been right, and that could have probably brought me back green on the day. So today could have easily been a green day, and I think that's what makes it the hardest, because I'm walking away down 140, 150 bucks or so, when in reality today could have been a pretty decent green day if I was just a little bit more patient on my entries. So, I like, sometimes you have to take a step back. You have to be a little bit more conscious. You have to be like, okay, well, I'm clearly doing emotional trading right now. Let me only trade the most obvious picture perfect setups that I think everyone else is going to be trading, because with day trading breakouts, it's a bit of self-fulfilling prophecy. If everyone thinks it's going to be breaking out, it oftentimes does. So right here we break higher, big volume comes in, we have a quick pullback, boom, another break to the upside. Here we have a retested VWAP, boom, another break. This is already choppy. In this area it's a little choppy. Here the bull flag, we could have walked away today with one of the biggest green days, just by trading the most obvious setups and, trade the best, forget the rest. Or I don't know if there's a saying like that, but there should be. And that's what we should have done today. WIMI in this area is looking sketchy. It does look like it could break out here at 781, but look at the volume. It's faded drastically. So again, big reason to be cautious. So that's pretty much how I'm going to leave today. Today was emotional trading day. That's why you have your rules when you want to stop trading. So that way, ideally, you can never have, one of those losses you could never recover. Honestly, trading pre-market on Monday, we could already recover all of our losses for today. And easily Monday, we could recover today and then make maybe 2-3 times today if it's a good day, if I trade properly. So it's like, I'm not in a big hole after trading today. And I think that's the most important part. You don't want to, totally butcher your account for no reason. So know when you're trading emotional, and set up some objective rules. Try not to be super subjective with your rules, because it's really important to kind of draw the line in the sand. If you're gonna say I'm gonna stop trading when I feel emotional, that's not gonna work, because the whole point of emotional trading is you're doing irrational decisions. So you're gonna basically be like, okay, I'm emotional, but maybe I'm not, so maybe I'm just gonna keep on trading. So it's hard to go down that road. But what you should do is, let's say you're down 10% of your max position size. So you're down, let's say we're trading today with $2,000 and I'm down $200. I'm down 10% of my max position size. That is a very objective kind of number. I can't deny that. So because of that, I'm going to walk away. So that's kind of a bit of why I'm walking away today, because my average position size today was more like 1,500, plus I had 3 red trades in a row, plus I gave back 50% of my profit. So a lot of rules that I guess I should really stick to today. So I hope you guys found some education in that. I hope it made a lot of sense. Leave comments below, guys, if it did. RETO, this was a scratch. This was just a one entry, like one share entry. We don't even really have to review that. I'll pull it up anyway, but yeah, guys, I hope you found some value here today. Yeah, 50 shares. This was basically an accidental entry. Yeah, I would have closed this one out regardless because it didn't break out here. So, yeah, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. When do you guys wrap up trading? Do you understand that you are trading emotional sometimes? What is like the big cue for you? What are your kind of rules to stop trading? Or maybe just walk away for a little bit and come back? Because today, being conscious of the fact that I was definitely more emotional would have been good. And I felt it. Like I felt it in my head that, uh-oh, Alex, you are, you're getting into tilt. You're going off on the deep end. So I wish there was something I could have done to maybe cure that besides walking away entirely, but sometimes maybe it is that. I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? All right, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't done so already, and subscribe if you're new here. We'd love to see you again. The community is on fire. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to trade the market open, and we'd love to see you there. All right, guys, enjoy the weekend. Ciao, ciao.